What up, guys? I really didn't even want to make this video, to be 100% honest with you. I didn't even do my introduction. CliffBeats, no script off the rip. It's been brought to my attention that another artist, of course, is out here taking shots at, who else? Eminem. And I guess apparently it's for being white. All his success has come from being white. Now listen, somebody sent it to me. I started to open it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video on this because I usually don't touch on stuff like this, but let's see what Melle has to say. Obviously, a pioneer in hip hop throughout the 70s, I think early 80s too, but throughout the 70s, and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think in like 2007. But still, you know, it's just funny when somebody's career isn't going well or somebody wants their name to be mentioned. Whose name do they bring up? Eminem. Who does Eminem never bring up? Nobody. He's in his own world. All right, let's see what he's got to say.
What you think about Eminem being at number 5 on the Billboard Top 50 Rappers of All?
And by the way, that number 5 spot, I'm okay with. It's not that big of a deal. But when I looked at what was required for each position, Eminem knocked everybody out of the park. Easily. Could have been number 1, but, you know, it is what it is.
All-time list.
Obviously, he's a capable rapper. If you was talking about sales, he sold more than everybody. If you talk
a capable rapper? A capable rapper. A capable rapper?
More than everybody. If you're talking about rhyme style, then everybody sold more than everybody. If you're talking about rhyme style, okay, he got a rhyme style. But he's white.
He's got a rhyme style. A rhyme style. And I like how he just quickly glossed over outsold everybody. It's not that he outsold everybody. It's that you can add up the top 5 artists behind him and they still wouldn't equal the amount of album sales that he has. But okay, he's white and he has a style. But he's white.
Okay, he got a rhyme style. But he's white. He's white. So now if Eminem was just another nigga like all the rest of us, would he be top 5 on that list when a nigga that can rhyme just as good as him is 35?
Who is 35 on the list? And I'm sorry, that's not true at all. And I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you why in a minute. Hold on, watch this.
When a nigga that can rhyme just as good as him is 35.
First off, no one is rapping as good as Eminem. That's just a fact. Now let me fix that up a little bit. People can rhyme within the same caliber, but can they put together projects and songs as good as Eminem? No. Especially Eminem when he was younger, not even close. This is why this man has 3 diamond albums. But let's continue to see what you have to say.
Nigga that can rhyme just as good as him is 35. That had records and all that. He's 35. He's white. So now you could be, anybody could be as mad as they could feel how they want to feel. If
no one's mad besides you, boss.
You don't think that race plays a part in the equation of how great he is? I heard one of the dudes that's down with him, Royce the 6'9", or Roy, was one of them, I heard he's just as good as Eminem. Why ain't he as big as Eminem? Because he black.
How angry he's getting. This man's yelling at the camera. First off, was that a little innuendo, a little poke of fun at Royce the 5'9", 6'9"? What are you, 12 years old? It's Royce the 5'9". You know, for a pioneer of hip hop and somebody who loves the culture, you should probably know that. I'm going to point something else out here, too. Bring this back one more time. My man's really angry and upset. A lot of people don't like Eminem just because he's white.
Royce the 6'9", or Roy, was one of them, I heard he's just as good as Eminem. Why ain't he as big as Eminem?
You know what? Lyrically, he can be just as good as Eminem. Can he put together songs as well as Eminem? No, he can't. I'm sorry, but he can't.
Eminem because he black. It ain't none of that shit hard to figure out. Eminem gets a top spot because he's white.
Okay. Is that the end of the video? Good, because now it's my turn. How do I fix this? So Eminem only gets a top spot because he's white. And Royce the 5'9" should be able to, put out better records than Eminem. What about 50 Cent? 50 Cent has more number 1s than Royce the 5'9", but who's more lyrical? You got to think about stuff like this, man. And from someone who's a pioneer of hip hop should have enough respect to know that you should not be tearing down, you should not be pulling out any bricks from this house, regardless of who helped build it. Who helped build it. 50 Cent can structure songs better, or was able to, depending on how. Now he's moved on to bigger and better ventures with creating TV shows and stuff. But he's able to create songs better than Royce the 5'9". I'm not knocking Royce. I think he's one of the best lyricists alive today. He would be in my top 10 as a lyricist. If we're talking about song structure, no. That's where I come in. That's where my job is important. That's why I am a songwriter, an industry ghostwriter, aka industry songwriter. But it pains me to see somebody, and I'm sure it hurts Eminem even more, try to tear down somebody that helped build hip-hop. You think Jay-Z had the world buzzing about hip-hop? No. You think Melle did? No. You think any of these artists did until Eminem did? I'm talking worldwide. India, China, all of Asia, Europe, the UK. Eminem made it to where all nationalities feel like, hey, I stand a chance. It also shed a lot of light on hip-hop in general. A lot of people didn't even care for the music. The first major shine it really truly got was with Walk This Way, with Aerosmith and Run DMC. So hip-hop at that time even needed rock music to help back it. And not to say Aerosmith didn't need it as well. It was a great deal for both parties. But I'm just saying, man, like, if you are really a true fan of the culture, if you're really about hip-hop, you're never here to tear anybody down in the industry, regardless of where you're at. You know, like I said, this is a pioneer here from the 70s. I don't even want to speak too much on his music because I don't even want people going to Google this man, because what he's doing right now is he's clout chasing. This is what artists do. Like, instead of spending all that money on those chains and stuff like that and trying to look like you're in your 30s when you're obviously 80 years old, and I'm not trying to knock him for his age, but I'm just saying, like, dude, it's not necessary to go around knocking another artist because they made a list. Are you jealous because you're not on that list? Like, Eminem, rightfully so, should probably be number one. He has the most diamond albums. He has the most hits. He outsold every single artist. Now, being white does have something to do with that. Yes, that does. It touched middle America and it helped everybody. It didn't help just Eminem. It helped every single hip-hop artist. You see what I'm saying? It's like the Conor McGregor of the UFC. I don't like where Conor McGregor's at now, but I'm just saying, put so many eyes on the sport. Put so many eyes onto hip-hop. In the 70s and 80s, hip-hop was still growing. Into the 90s, it was still growing. Gangster rap was what was around. NWA, Naughty by Nature, LL Cool J, Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know, these artists, Run DMC in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just going to leave it at this. Rakim himself said that if Eminem was black, he would be the Muhammad Ali of hip-hop. But Melle says because he's white, that's the only reason he's even on any list. No contributions whatsoever to the culture. Nothing like that. No, not at all. Just because he's white. I think it's time to let this race shit go, guys. I really do. It's just stupid. There's amazing artists across the entire world with different ethnicities from being black. And they can create songs better than some other black artists. And there's black artists that can create songs better than other Asian artists or other artists of different ethnicities. It's just, how good are you at tapping into the ear of the masses? That is something that Eminem mastered, especially from the Slim Shady LP days all the way, I would say, even to today. Maybe took a little bit of a hiatus with Encore and Relapse, but they're still looked at today as amazing albums. There were some songs on there that I personally didn't like, but that's just me. But I hate seeing, in a culture that I love, that I would die for, that I work for every single day of my life, to see a legend try to tear down another legend who has accomplished more than he ever has and probably influenced Eminem. You know how much that has to hurt Eminem? To have these people that influenced him take shots at him after he surpassed them? And at the same time, maybe he's like, fuck him. If you ever notice, the people who are usually talking shit to you are the people that are far behind you. They're yelling up at you. Eminem not once has come around and tried to diss anybody who influenced him. He gives a shout out to artists every single album that he works on. He walks around wearing shirts with album covers to artists that people would have never known because hip hop did not have that spotlight on it at that time. And you're upset that he's even on the list? Like I said, we wouldn't even have 50 Cent. And 50 Cent's song structure is better than a lot of other artists. This is where people get confused with these damn lists. They go from their favorite rappers to lyricism, to what's hot now, to what was hot then, top 100s, gold, platinum records. Like, there's too many just factors that they're not factoring in. And I forgot the exact list of what they said were the requirements to make it on this list. Yeah, Nicki Minaj at 10. So are we going to say Nicki Minaj just got 10 because she's a girl? Are we going to bring sexism into it too? Because I can think of right now off the top of my head maybe 30 artists that are better than Nicki Minaj. And one of them being Lauryn Hill. Shit, I'll even go with Lil' Kim. Stole our entire gimmick. Did Nicki Minaj do it better? It's debatable. But still, I'm just saying, man, the hate's got to stop. You got to let it go. Why are you always yelling at the mic? He was upset that a white man made it on that list. And that shit's got to go, man. But that's the end of my rant. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Obviously, this is no script off the rip. I'm just thinking off the cuff right here and spilling my guts without actually thinking too much on it because I always say what's in my heart. I don't take time to sit down and write scripts and overthink stuff and bring up statistics and all that shit to make myself seem smarter than I am. I am who I am. And I'm going to leave it at that, man. But yeah, this is very disappointing coming from a legend. And this shit's got to stop, dude. It's about to be it's just turned 2023, man. 2024 is around the corner. Shit, we got fucking UFOs being shot down. All times we just got done with COVID. Can we catch a break? Can we stop taking meaningless shots at fucking artists that have paved the way for so many artists today? Like I said, man, Eminem's style has been being copied by so many artists, especially in go listen to a battle rap right now. The multi-syllabic rhyme schemes, Eminem, I'm not going to say created it, but he shined a light on it that was not seen before. Other artists were doing it, but not to the extent of Eminem. Eminem was every single syllable fit going into the next bar, then that bar would reflect back to the first bar. He made it so intricate that everyone was like, holy shit, I want to be able to do that. And everyone started doing that. I can't say that for Melle, but he has done some amazing things for hip-hop. It's just sad to see that another... Shit, I wouldn't even say great. That man don't make my fucking top 100 list at all. Even with all the accomplishment. I'm just saying when it comes to lyrical ability, and that was one of the categories on the great, not lyrical, storytelling, yes, but lyrical, no. Give me Melle's best song up against Eminem best song. You know, let's just have them battle. Fuck it, just have them battle. See what happens. That'd be great. I gotta go, man. What's your guys' thoughts? Comment down below. Let me know.